Hey guys, so my Fortnite is currently downloading and I have absolutely nothing to do. So I'm gonna give you a story time as to how I accidentally made a famous boyfriend ASMR podcast on Spotify. So boyfriend ASMR is basically this like role play thing, and basically these men will get like a Blue Yeti microphone and they'll get really close and they'll like whisper things into your ear and pretend to be your boyfriend, and they'll be like, I love you so much. And there are a couple really popular ones out there. Like they make a living, like they make bank doing this shit, by the way. Anyways, so I had a phase back in like 2021 where I like couldn't sleep if I didn't listen to boyfriend ASMR. That's so embarrassing, but like it's true. Like I was really struggling. And there's this one podcast made by this person, and the podcast is currently called Goro's Fursuit. Goro is a Genshin Impact character. I also had a phase on that, but Goro's Fursuit used to upload boyfriend ASMR, but then they stopped, and then they started just treating it like Instagram and uploading 1-second audio clips with their gacha OCs, like an image of their gacha OC as the cover, and they'd like describe their gacha OCs. And then I commented randomly like, delete this account, like delete your account. And then they posted another episode where they were like, got my first few haters, with like a trans flag, like 2 trans flags after, and all these and they posted a screenshot of my comment, and all these people like who were like suckling on their sack like were like commenting like, oh, like die, like Alice literally killed herself. And I was like, oh wow, like they were commenting like these really horrendous things, and then people like were like finding my Spotify account, like it was bad. And then what happened, I saw this comment and it was like horribly spelled, and so obviously it was like a child, but they were like, oh, like I miss when you uploaded boyfriend ASMR audio so much, like just do that again. And I was like, oh okay, like wait, what if I upload audios I like, because this is when I was still into it, and also steal their fan base? That's such a good idea. So I made a podcast on Spotify called Alice's Audios. It's editing me. If you look up Alice's Audios, my first episode will have come out in 2022, because I took down a bunch of episodes because they were made by a guy who's really problematic. So, and I would like only upload him. So it'll say like my first episode was like April 2022. Yeah. And if you look up like a boyfriend ASMR playlist, like there will be an episode from my podcast in there. Anyways, and so I just like uploaded a bunch of it, and like I had it like scheduled and stuff, and it wasn't too popular, but then it started getting really popular. And I didn't realize the extent of how popular it was, because like it only had like 300 like reviews, which is a lot, right? But when Spotify Wrapped came out, they have a Spotify Wrapped for artists and a Spotify Wrapped for podcasters as well. I checked my Spotify Wrapped for podcasters. 17,000 people had me in their top 5 podcast, and 5,000 people had me as their number 1 podcast for 2023. And I was like, that's fucking crazy. And so I made a Discord server so people could like request shit. I don't even listen to boyfriend ASMR anymore, but like I just think it's super funny to like upload audios now, and also like I have a fan base, like I can't let that down, like whatever. And so like whenever I remember I have a podcast that's like famous, I'll be like, oh holy shit, I should probably upload. And so I'll like take like a YouTube video of like a boyfriend ASMR podcast, and I'll like credit them and everything. But it got to the point where like I started having like really uncomfortable interactions in my Discord server that I made. It only has like 60 members, but like when it first came out and there were only like 15 members, including myself, this person who was like in their 20s, like where I asked how everyone was, and I was like, hey, Alice's Audios Nation, how's everyone doing? They said, I'm literally crying right now. I said, oh my god, why? They said, oh my god, like my favorite audio got taken down. And I was like, oh, like what was it called? Like maybe I can find it and re-upload it. They said, oh, I don't remember the name, but I do remember the context and who it was by. And I was like, oh, okay. They said that the context was the listener and then singing to them. So I had to make an announcement on my server where I was like, hey guys, I'm 15, because I was 15 at the time. I was like, hey guys, I'm 15. Like, please don't request audios involving like it was really bad, because I was like, wait, you're literally in your 20s. And then this one girl also requested like, hey, like can you upload like an audio, and it's like just like coming home from your work after like you and your partner coming home after like a day at work, you and your boyfriend. And so I uploaded one. I was like, oh, here's the request. And they like messaged me and they were like, hey, like it was a great audio, but you're missing something. And I was like, what am I missing? They went, sex. I said, oh, I don't upload audios that like actually have sex in them. is the thing, because you can go on like an account, you can go on like a website like Soundgasm or the Hub, but most people who actually like sound good and like have good quality mics like get that from Patreon, and that's where you get it. So if you want to find one, you can just look that up on Spotify, because there are plenty, right? Like there are plenty, but I will only upload audios that I classify as NSFW if they imply that something happened, like aftercare audios, right? This is so embarrassing. Why am I even talking about this? But like that's kind of like the dealio. Hey guys, my video went on for like another 50 seconds and I am not editing all that, so I'm just gonna wrap it up here. That was the story of how I basically became famous. That was the story of how I'm low-key a micro celebrity, guys. Like, sponsorship when, guys. Like, don't be surprised if you see me with an Air Up bottle. This isn't sponsored. But yeah, that's where I'm gonna wrap it up. I love you. You are a blessing to the world, and never doubt that. to me 기억할 건데